back to my YouTube channel. So today is something I've never done before, and I think I'm actually going to really enjoy doing it. I found it so interesting putting up a question thing on my Instagram story about assumptions about me, and yeah, it was really like weird, to be honest, seeing what you guys assume about me. So yeah, I had a right rummage around all of your little assumptions. I thought, you know, what a better way to set the facts straight than in a YouTube video. So here I am with my cup of tea, as always, herbal tea this time because it's getting quite late, as you can see, and I thought let's just sit down and have a really chatty video. So that is exactly what I'm here for today. Right, so first things first. This first question, oh, by the way, I got robbed, so I got robbed. No, it's not nothing to laugh about. It was actually really petrifying. So I actually got robbed in London. When was it now? Was it last week? And I had to just run to the nearest Apple store, and loads of you guys were actually asking me when I did get robbed, how am I posting things? How am I like working? How am I doing stuff? And like, obviously it would have been quite confusing for you guys because I've said I've been robbed, yet I'm on a phone. It just didn't make sense. So basically, as soon as I got robbed, obviously the first thing I did was call my, this is really off topic, but it's probably quite interesting for you guys. First thing I did when I got robbed is I called my manager, because obviously I didn't actually think about, it was really weird, like when you get robbed, like when your phone gets taken out of your hand, especially when you've got a job like mine where your phone is literally just on your phone. The first thing I did was call my manager, because obviously I thought of work, like my whole like job and everything is on that phone. So I was just praying to the gods that it was all like backed up, and obviously like things were logged in. I was so worried. So I called my manager, then I just ran to the nearest Apple shop. Yeah, I just got this iPhone SE, which is just, I think it's just like their sort of basic phone that they have it at the moment, just to last me for a couple weeks until my new phone comes. So that is why, long story short, that is why I'm reading questions off this phone. So anyway, there was lots of questions about me obviously getting my phone taken away, because that is still quite recent. That's not really an assumption, but yeah, I will include different ones that you guys, I guess it sort of is an assumption. I mean, it is a fact. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. Right, first question is, there was so many questions, like, I mean, I would say about 90% of the questions was this question, and I was not expecting this at all, which that's why I found this so interesting for doing like assumptions about me, because I don't know, I just didn't think this would be like the most popular assumption, and it is, you are rich, you have a rich family. So you guys obviously assume this quite a lot. So how do I even answer this, to be honest? I wouldn't say I'm rich. I mean, my dad has done extremely well for himself. He came from nothing and he basically did his own business, and it's just got bigger and bigger. Not in the way that it's like got like chains and stuff. It's just like quite, I guess, successful in Brighton. It's just like a car business, and he sells and buys like supercars and like luxury cars, but then he also rents out motorhomes. I mean, I know you guys probably didn't come from my dad's life story. He basically did really well, and from that he actually became a landlord. But all that aside, I was not spoiled at all as a child. I mean, like, it's really confusing. Like, my dad would never give me, like, he would never give me loads of money at all. I mean, like, in college, I remember I got £15 a week from my dad, and that was £3 a day for a meal deal. So yeah, that was £3 a day for a meal deal at Tesco, which was up the road from my college. So when I say like my dad's done really successful, that does not mean automatically assume that he gives me loads of money, because he does not. So basically, long story short, my dad's done really well for himself, but he hardly gave me any money, not in a bad way at all. I actually praise him for that, because it means that I worked so hard during all of my like school years for work. Like, I worked at the nearest coffee shop for ages. I worked in the nearest pub for 2.5 years. from the age of 16, just when I came out of secondary school, till when I was nearly 19, just when I got the job for BA, and then I got BA job. So I've been working, like I used to work in college 12 p.m, so 12 in the afternoon till 12 midnight at my pub, and then before that I did loads of babysitting. So I was never ever ever, and I feel like this is maybe the biggest assumption about me, but it's a weird one, like I would never just get what I wanted. Does that make sense? The answer to the assumption is we're just comfortable. That's the right word. We're just comfortable. We're just a comfortable family. Right. So, you want kids, right? That's a bit of a random one. Yes, I do want kids. I'm so obsessed with children. I might sound a bit crazy, but I actually want 4 kids. But that is because I am one of 4, and I feel like having 3 older brothers, it just makes you want to have 4 kids. Do you know what I mean? I've loved having a massive family, loved getting away. Don't get me wrong, it's literally so expensive, because even like one trip to like Greece or like Spain or somewhere would be like so expensive for like 6 people. But you know what? It's literally the best thing ever having 3 siblings. So, you know what? I would have 5, but I don't think my womb could actually cope. So I'll stick to 4 for now and see where life gets me. And also, I've always actually wanted to, this is actually quite an interesting fact, I've actually always wanted to adopt as well. So I don't know whether I will. I don't know if it's as easy as that. My mum actually wanted to adopt, but there was like implications and stuff, and I think it's quite a long process, obviously, as you would expect, and it just never ended up happening. But she always wanted to adopt, and I feel like if the day ever comes and I'm financially stable, I would love to. Right, so you have loads of friends, you don't have, okay, so you have loads of friends, you don't have many friends. So it was either you have loads of friends, the assumption, or I had people saying you don't have many friends. So with my friendship group, I actually seem to post them, they're in my vlogs quite a bit. So I've got a friendship group from school, and then it's sort of like changed a little bit. I've got like people came, people went, you know, life goes on sort of thing. And we have now got this really, really nice little friendship group of girls that just live around my area, which is really, really nice. It's like, I want to say it's like 5 or 6 of us, and we just stay in contact every single day. And yeah, I don't really venture much. And then obviously I've got the Love Island gang, Millie and Chloe and Liberty, and I feel like I have like, I don't know, like different friends from different places. That makes sense? Like my best friends, yeah. I mean, like the friends that I can call at 2 a.m. crying my heart out, or the friends that I can call at 3 a.m. asking to pick me up or something like that, I've probably got 3 of them, maybe, which I think's a nice amount. I know people say don't make your friendship group too big or whatever. I see that on TikTok sometimes. So yeah, shout out to you guys. So, you are high maintenance. Am I high maintenance? No, not really. High maintenance in a relationship? Not really. Ish, but not really. I don't know, just be nice to me and be loyal and I'll be fine. Do you know what I mean? High maintenance as like a friend. I don't know what you mean in like high maintenance. So like high maintenance as a friend. No, not at all. I'm like the least high maintenance friend ever. I'm just like chill as a, whatever's chill. And chill as a cucumber, that's what they say. And yeah. I don't feel like I'm very high maintenance actually. I feel like I'm really not high maintenance, to be honest. So yeah, that's that question. You're really into doing your own makeup, have an interest in it. So this is actually really interesting. For my birthday, my management were like, do you want us to get you a makeup artist? Libs is getting a makeup artist and you two are getting ready together. We can see if she can do your makeup or maybe get someone else. And I was like, you know what? I actually want to do my own makeup. And I did it and I absolutely loved it. And I feel like I do love doing my own makeup, and I feel like makeup's a very personal thing, and unless you've got someone that knows your face well and like you're used to them doing your makeup, sometimes you don't actually like it as much as you'd hope. Obviously all the people that have done my makeup, it's been amazing and I've loved all the different looks, and it's so like interesting to see everyone's take on my face. Does that make sense? Like everyone's makeup's different, which I love, but I feel like no one knows my face like me, and I used to watch makeup tutorials The amount of hours I spent on watching YouTube makeup tutorials when I was younger was no joke, guys. It was like, I was addicted. And yeah, I think I used to be quite good at makeup when I was younger, like for that time. Obviously makeup has its trends, and maybe if I wore makeup how I did back then with like the proper like eyebrows and stuff, probably wouldn't be a vibe. But back then I actually used to get a lot of compliments about my makeup when I was like 16, because I used to be obsessed with makeup, like yeah, really better than I am now. And I remember in lockdown I went like days and like weeks without wearing makeup. And was it lockdown? Or there was like periods where I hardly wore makeup. And I remember when I used to do it, I used to think, I don't even know how to do this anymore. Like, it was so weird. I used to be so obsessed with makeup, and like used to have like the drawer with all my makeup products, and used to proper rotate the products and like know everything about different products and proper like use all of them. Now I've just got one of each product that I use every single day. So I'm nowhere as educated on makeup as I used to be, but yeah, I guess I do love doing my own makeup. And I feel like for something out of my body, you know, when people say like, what do you get complimented the most on? In person, I do get lots of compliments on my makeup, so I must be doing something right. But yeah, I do love doing my own makeup. You are correct. You were one of the popular girls in school. So definitely not in the early stages of school. I'm trying to think, like in year 7 I maybe had like one best friend. And I remember actually, it's so funny, I thought of my like 2 other good friends that are now, I remember them being in the same year as us in year 7. And year 7's, for those that aren't from this country, is the first year of secondary school, so the first year of high school, I want to say. I don't know, in England it's where you guys are probably all from England, so I don't know why I'm saying this, but the ones that aren't, it's the year that you move to the middle school. Does that make sense? So I was like, how old are you, like 12? I don't know. But anyway, I remember going into my secondary school, and obviously it's much bigger than the primary school, and thinking to myself, these 2 girls, I was like, oh my god, they're so popular, all the boys fancy them, and I remember being like really intimidated by them. And now they're like one of my best friends, so that's funny. But yeah, definitely not in year 7. In year 8 I maybe got to know people a bit more. But then again, I remember having like really low points in secondary school as well. Like obviously everyone has low points, but I feel like there was times where I felt like I did have nobody, which is so horrible. And yeah, I don't know, I feel like secondary school is such a hard time because you're trying to find yourself. Yeah, I remember this one time I had like a lunch like break, and I just felt like I had no one to go to, and I just sat there on my own, which is quite sad. But anyway, yeah, I feel like high school or secondary school is like very, you know, it's a really hard time, and you forget how much of a hard time it is. And I look back now and I'm like, so much has changed, and yeah, I'm like a different person now. But would I say I was popular? I guess. I don't really know what that means, to be honest. Like popular as in like, well, everyone was friends with you, I don't know. But I wouldn't say like I was proper popular. I guess by the end I found myself more, and I had like a long-term boyfriend, and we did break up at the end of high school. Why do I keep calling it high school? What the hell? I'm not even American. At the end of secondary school. I never call it high school. I don't know why I'm doing it in this video. Was I popular? I guess I wasn't exactly popular. I would never like to look at our group as the popular group, but I was definitely not the most popular girl in the secondary school. I'll tell you that for free. But I guess I was like alright. I wasn't like not popular. Does that make sense? I don't want to sit and be like, oh, I was so popular, because I actually probably wasn't. People were looking at this video in my secondary school be like, But yeah, there was definitely more popular girls than me. Let's just say that. Right, next question. You've had a few relationships. So, no, I have not had a few relationships. My first boyfriend I went out with during basically the whole of secondary school. My second one, I wouldn't really like say this is like a proper relationship because it lasted like 5 months, but I guess it could be a relationship if you look at it that way. And that was like start of college. And then I had another boyfriend, which was like 2.5 years. So no, I haven't had loads of relationships. I am a relationship person, that's for sure. And I feel like when I'm not in a relationship, I do feel very lost. But yeah, no, I haven't had a crazy amount of relationships. You're really short. Another bit of a random one. No, I'm not really short. I am 5'4", 5'5". So yeah, I guess that's sort of average. I'm just your average gal, really. You play dumb, you are not smart. So there's either you play dumb or you're not smart. So playing dumb, I don't do. I feel like I do get, like, during most of my life, I've actually had people say that I play dumb. I actually don't play dumb at all. I don't know. I actually don't know. Sometimes I think to myself, it's actually in my brain, like, I'm a bit weird, but I feel like it's actually like in my brain. Like, I think what I'm saying isn't dumb, but then I look back at myself and I'm like, wow, okay, that was stupid. But yeah, no, I don't think I play dumb. I don't play dumb. I definitely don't play dumb. And yeah, that's the answer to that question. I feel like everyone has their silly moments and I definitely have mine. So that's that question. Oh yeah, and the other one is you are not smart. So I mean, am I smart? Right, so loads of my friends think I'm really, really smart because in GCSEs I got 1A, 6 Bs and 2 Cs, which in England is quite good. It's like, you know, you're not dumb, you're not, you know, A star, A star, A star, A star, Oxford, Cambridge, but you know, you're doing all right. But then I went to college and I studied so hard. Like, I worked, I studied, I would go to the library basically nearly every day. After college, I would go to the other library in the university down the road. I would study, and there was just something about the subjects I took that just did not go in. I don't know what it was, and I don't know why I even took them in the first place. English language. So I took 3 A levels, so not BTECs, which was a massive mistake. I wish I really did take BTECs. And I took English language, business and psychology, all A levels, and probably the worst mistake I think I've ever made. Shout out to everyone that takes 3 A levels and 4 A levels sometimes people take. You're really, really smashing it, because I found it so hard. Psychology, let's not talk about it. Let's not talk about that. So anyway, cut the long story short, I think I got 2 C's and a D, but I'm trying to think whether I got 1 C and 2 D's. How do I not remember that? I think I got 2 C's and a D, or 1 C and 2 D's. I actually can't remember. I remember on the mocks that happened like 2 months before, I got 2 D's and an E. So thumbs up to that. So yeah, I don't really know what happened there, to be honest. A levels are so much harder, and that made me not want to go to uni, but I knew sort of that I didn't want to go to uni anyway. Right, anyway, you've never had a job. Right, I'm just basically sort of repeating myself here, but yes, I have had a job. I've had jobs ever since I was like, I want to say 14. Like, I worked in coffee shops. I've worked in endless amount of coffee shops from the age of like 14 to 15. 16 sort of age, and then I did babysitting, then I worked at the pub like I've mentioned before, and then I worked for BA, and that's it. And then I stopped BA, and then straight away when I lost my job for BA, I was in work mode. I've got to create my own business, which is the Luxe range. And yeah, then I went on Love Island, and here we are now. So I have worked my absolute butt off, and I am very, very, I don't like the thought of not having money actually freaks me out a little bit. That might be a bit weird, but it actually does. So I've made sure throughout my whole life that I've been able to have money, and that is solely due to me. There's no one else that's to do with. That is just solely to do with me, because I am, you know, I like nice things and I don't expect it just to come to me. Do you know what I mean? I have to work. So yeah, you will always be blonde and never go back to your natural colour. You know what? It's so funny this actually. So many people say that I'm blonde, and obviously I am blonde, but I'm like blind to seeing that I'm blonde. Does that make sense? Because I'm so naturally like dark. When that is all over, it literally looks almost black. So yeah, and it happened very, very gradually that I was in a state of mind not even that long ago thinking I was brunette, and I actually think I went into like summer thinking that I was brunette, which is just absolutely mind baffling because I'm obviously very blonde. I don't know what was going on there, but I probably would like to go brunette at some point in my life. Now would be actually such a good time because it's going into winter, and I feel like it's a classic thing to go darker in winter, lighter in summer, so possibly keep your eyes peeled. So that is it for now. I hope you guys all loved this little assumptions video. There was the odd other questions that I didn't actually have time to answer, but yeah, I feel like most of them were answered, and I hope you guys found this quite amusing to find out my take on all the assumptions. And yeah, make sure to give this video a huge thumbs up if you like this sort of video so that I know. And yeah, as always, comment below what you think I should post, and yeah, make sure that you are subscribing. So yeah, I hope you guys all loved this video, and I will see you in the next one. See you later.